So, shocking levels of red tape, needless government intervention. You know the land. Why don't we just let you crack on and farm the thing?
Well, I wish that would be the case, but the government don't seem to want to do that. They have so many advisors, Chris Packham, George Monbiot, the Goldsmiths. They listen more to those sort of people who sit behind the desk and advise the government on how we should be farming and produce the food than us on the ground doing it. And you cannot believe the stress that we all have to go through in the countryside and the red tape. This is the other thing, Patrick. When Brexit came along, that's one of the major issues of where we are today. When Brexit came along, they said, oh, we'll be OK. You as a farmer, you'll have a lot less red tape than you've had in the past. Absolute rubbish. We've far more red tape. We've far more hoops to jump through. And we're getting far more problems, complicated.
Could that be thwarted? Yeah. Can I ask you about that? Is that a bit of a choice, an incorrect choice by our government? So as a result of Brexit, could we have a lot less red tape? It's just about that hasn't materialised.
Well, I'd like to think so, because that was one of the promises that we were told with Brexit. I voted to remain, so I'm a Remainer, and you know, I didn't enjoy the afterthoughts of all what was going to happen. And we were told that, yes, because we're now out of Europe, the shackles have been released and we'll be able to set our own standards, our own policies, and you'll be able to farm and produce food in a way that will be much more better for you, and you'll be able to remain profitable, which is a big thing.
Well, I don't see why we can't do that. I mean, the idea that all of a sudden, as virtue of us not being in the European Union, that our health standards and food quality standards are going to drop just for no reason whatsoever, just because we could. I mean, it's bonkers. I mean, we've been surviving off the things that British farmers have been growing or looking after or slaughtering or whatever for years, for generations, for hundreds of years, thousands of years probably, if you really take it back to its natural conclusion. Why would any of that change now? And I can't help but think that well, I personally don't believe we've made the most of Brexit. I did vote for Brexit, but and it's stuff like this. Why should we be kowtowed in this particular area to, oh, well, our standards don't technically align to the European? I don't give a toss about a wonky banana. I just don't care. No. Give me the most bizarre-looking parsnip in the world and I'll eat it, you know. Andrew, should we have a bit more faith with people like you?
And this is the problem we've got, that Lincolnshire provides around 27% of the vegetables for the whole of the country. Yet because of the government visa policy stopping foreigners coming into this country, we have got vegetables 10 miles from here rotting in the fields because there aren't enough pickers to pick the vegetables. We've tried UK workers, and British people don't want the hard work. And they say another thing we get labelled at us and told we're wrong is that we rely on cheap foreign labour. That is wrong, because the money that these guys earn and ladies earn when they come from abroad, they earn really, really good money. And that's why they come, because they then send all the money back to abroad, back in their countries to help their family.